Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you know, I'm Stephanie. Today I am doing all the books I read in January 2024. I had a specific TBR, which each month I'm gonna be filming. You probably saw this already, but I'm gonna be filming kind of like a reset vlog for every month. So in that video, it's like setting up my planner, literally picking up my TBR, my morning routine, things like that. And I posted one already for the very beginning of the year, and in that one I picked my TBR. If you want to see what books I read in January, just continue to watch. Remember to like this video, comment down below if you read any of these books, subscribe, and let's get into the video. This is my pile right here. These books were a part of my TBR for January, and these three right here in the back. If I read something too much, I kind of get annoyed by it, and I didn't end up reading it because by the time I finished all of these, I just had read it too much that I didn't want to read anymore. In a way, fantasy slash retelling. This is called Contemporary Mythos series by Carly Spade. I read Hate, Aries, Eros, and then we have these two. Just a little FYI. So all these books take place in the real world. They're all gods, if you will. Now, when reading this, I really enjoyed book one. Like, these three were fine. But the thing is, I realized that they were very similar, and I got very annoyed by the end of it. So for that reason, I actually DNF'd Poseidon. I think I read 100 pages and I was just like, okay, I'm done. And these books are relatively short, like 270 pages. So I DNF Poseidon, but I still consider it in a way read because I did read a chunk of it. So there's that. This book I have yet to read, but it's because by the time I got to this book and then I DNF'd this one, I was just like, I don't know if I want to read this, but I am gonna finish this just because it's the last book I have from the series. My biggest thing when filming wrap-up videos was that I read a lot of books. So even on the last day of the month, there's a possibility I can read a book or two. And I always found it inaccurate for me to film these videos because in my head I was just like, wait, but what if I didn't add this book or whatnot? Okay, so for that reason, and I'm filming this on the 26th, so there's still a couple days before the end of January. For that reason alone, I think in these wrap-ups I'm gonna mention which one I probably am gonna read, and then I'll just add my thoughts to this one in February's wrap-up. So we have Hades, the god of the underworld, and he is in Greece, and Stephanie and her best friend decide to take a trip to Greece where Stephanie meets him, and immediately she's intrigued and she wants to know more about him, and he's just a grump. But I really love this. Like, this one is probably my favorite. I will say all of these ended up giving a 3.5 stars, which is honestly just a decent story. But if anything, I think I might switch this to 4 stars because it was my favorite out of all the books. Aries. So this is an MMA story where she is a fighter in MMA, and so is he. And but the thing is, the reason why I gave it 3.5 because it was really good at first. This one is probably the most alpha male we have, but the reason I gave it 3.5 is mainly because at one point he ends up becoming her bodyguard, and in my head I was just like, that makes no sense. How do you go from being the MMA championship to just a random bodyguard? Like, it made no sense. He's the god of war. And then we have Eros. This one is, he's the god of love, I guess. He's like Cupid. He owns a bar and he's pretty much a bartender, and every time someone comes in, he always gives them advice, and immediately he's like, that guy, that girl, and that's their soulmate. So he's like, you know, doing his thing. So this girl, Ilani, she runs a company. It's like a find your soulmate, and it's all based on statistics. And one day, like, one of her clients just calls her and she's like, you know what, like, I'm gonna break her contract because I found my soulmate. And immediately Lonnie's like, where, how? And she's like, well, this bartender told me who, like, to go to this guy and it was him. So immediately she's like pissed off. She goes to the bar and she makes like a deal with him. And he's just like, have you ever even tried your own system? Like, don't you not believe in falling in love just by meeting someone? And she's just like, no, it's impossible to fall in love like that. Like, my software is perfect to find your soulmate. And he's just like, okay, then test it. So she ends up signing herself up in the system and she has to go on a bunch of dates. And it's just him just kind of in the sidelines at the bar laughing while she attempts to go on all these dates, and along the way they kind of fall in love with each other. Now the only thing that annoyed me was just like, girl, it's just a bartender. Like, if she didn't know and if it wasn't actually the fact that he's the god of love or whatever, it's like, what would you do? Like, he's just a bartender. If anything, he just has luck bringing people together. Like, how is he threatening your company? And I just had to DNF it. I just couldn't do it. He's a surfer, she is a video gamer, and immediately I just cannot deal with that. So I'm gonna read Sue's and I'm gonna give my opinion in February. The Season of Secret by QB Tyler, and I love this. I gave it 5 stars. It was truly amazing. This is between Wes and Reagan, and pretty much Reagan works at Wes's company, and immediately since Wes met her, he is just man obsessed. He's in love, he wants her. And then it's finally their Christmas party and things happen and it's their romance. And it was a short book, but I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. Anything that QB writes, I eat it up and I love it. I have a whole video dedicated to her on my channel. I will say I ended up loving this more than The Worst Kept Secret, which I love that book. I also gave it 5 stars, but I love this one more. And then I reread Forget Me Not. So there is a video I am filming and it's not going to release anytime soon, probably in March I'm thinking, or even later. But I reread this and I love this book. I gave it, I think, 4.5, but to me it's like a 5 star. But it is a marriage in trouble. It's amnesia too, and I love it, but at the same time I hate what he did. So for that reason it's not a 5 star, but I love it. Like, if it's a 5 star, like, I constantly think about this and there's moments in here where I'm just like, oh my god, like, I love him and I love them. But yeah, they're going through heartbreak and they're technically divorcing, but he gets amnesia and suddenly he's like, what do you mean we're divorcing? Like, I love you. Like, but he is the one that technically caused the divorce. So I really love this book. And then I read Icebreakers. No, what? I was excited for this because, not for the hype, because it was really hyped up on TikTok, but I love figure skating so much. And I have not read many books like this. The only one I read, I think, is From Look Up With Love, and even that one I gave it, I think, like 4 stars. It was decent. This one disappointed me heavily. First of all, I did not like our female character. This is between Anastasia and Nathan. And Nathan plays hockey at the college, and Anastasia is a figure skater. Pretty much they have to share an ice skating ring because things happen. And he ends up becoming her partner. Now tell me why. The fact that this is the actual synopsis where he becomes her partner, that's where the love interest is supposed to happen, right? It happens halfway through the book. And when we even get to that halfway in the book, they're already together. But at the same time, she was such... Honestly, if you have fun hooking up with other people, good for you. In books, I don't want to read that. I want to read about soulmates. So the fact that she had another guy the whole time, even if they were just best friends at one point, I was like, no thank you. What is that? Especially when he wanted to make her his from the very beginning and she was just hooking up with this other guy. I just... no. Sinners Anonymous, 3.5 stars, I think, as well. I do think it was a good, interesting story. This is technically mafia. She is getting married to the couple, but the couple is like 70 years old. But she's only doing it. And here's the thing, I think one of the reasons why I rated so low is because of the reasoning. Like, I get it, but bitch, you're really over here getting married to this old ass man for a forest. But I was just like, they couldn't come up with a better idea. Like, it didn't make sense in my head. The puns in here, how she was, oh flamingo, oh eagle, oh, like there were so many words like that, and I was just like, no, that doesn't make it cute. Also, this was the slowest fucking book in that I've read, I think, because this is the love interest between her and the couple's nephew, and the couple's nephew comes back home because he's in London. First of all, there was not even mafia in this book. I was severely disappointed. Like, I'm a girl that really loves mafia. My favorite is literally Born in Blood, Camorra Chronicles. I love that series so much because it includes mafia but also romance. I'm tired of books being named mafia as a trope when it doesn't even have mafia. In here, I was just like waiting for the mafia and nothing happened. So I gave it 3.5 as well. King of Greed. This one was also disappointing. I feel like I said this once and I had a conversation with someone where I told them that I honestly feel like I have read the best books out there already, because all the books I've been reading since like 2023 have been disappointing. Like, they're just simply okay books. They're nothing special, and it makes me so frustrated because I'm just like, I miss the giddy feeling. I miss feeling excited and remembering of like a male character and always thinking about them. Like, I miss that. And Anna Huang has just been not doing it for me at all. I read King of Wrath. I gave it 3.5 as well because it disappointed me. This one, I think I gave it 3.5 or 3 stars. So let's talk about this. So this is A Marriage in Trouble, right? We have Dominic and we have Alessandra. They've been together for 10 years. This man is a workaholic. He forgets their anniversary. So she asked for a divorce. Okay, okay, I get it. I knew what the trope was, which makes me excited because I love that type of trope. Why did they actually divorce? Why did he let her go on dates with other guys? Where is the alpha in here? Why would he let her go? You could say that, like, that's a red flag if he wouldn't have let her go. No. In a romance, I want him to be alpha, to touch her and you die, look at her and you die. I want those vibes. What happened in this book? I did not believe in their love story. I didn't care for either other character, and I didn't care about them together. I was so disappointed. I love Twisted Games and Twisted Lies. One of my favorite books of all time. But this series has just been terrible. This is the book I'm currently reading. I am gonna finish it tonight after this video. So for that reason, I'm gonna just put the rating up here. So far, I'm really loving it. Not loving it, I'm just really enjoying it. As of now, I'm gonna give it a 4 star. I do like the scenario because it's fake dating. It's forced proximity. His friend's older brother, and she needed a place to crash, and she's staying with him. Everything about this sounds amazing. He is literally the best. Like, he communicates so well. I'm liking it. The only thing is, 2 little things bother me. When the twin sister was just like, can she stay with you? And immediately he was like, no, why would she stay with me? And the sister walks away so disappointed, and she's like, I'm so disappointed in you. Why does he need to disrupt his own life for your friend? Like, make it make sense. That annoyed me because I'm like, he doesn't have any obligations to you, so that comment wasn't necessary. And then 2, I'm at a part where she does something really stupid. They're fake dating. This guy is in the NBA. He's a celebrity. People know that they're dating technically. Why does she go on a date with someone else? And when he shows up, not because he's necessarily jealous, but because his sister called him and she's like, oh, she needs a ride. Like, she's on a date. He's just like, And he literally tells her, he's like, what were you thinking? Because when he shows up, everyone records him. Are you dumb? Those are all the books I read. I'm really disappointed. The year has not started off well, except for QB Tyler, who always saves it. And yeah, we'll see. Because next month, I have exciting books I want to read that I've been having for a while. And it's going to be in a video. So we'll see about that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, comment down below, subscribe for more videos. And until next time, bye guys.